which you can live with a spirited life, with cheers, with chest, with enthusiasm, with hopes and dreams and aspirations. And only one person you have to make happy, and that is you. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day, and wishing you all the best.
Hello. I'd like to just make a few reflections on Star Wars, both the old and the new versions of Star Wars. My name's Sean Donovan from Steam Executive. It was occurred to me to have a look at Star Wars from the perspective of the change over time between 30 years ago, when the original was made, and then 30 years later, when the newer series came into being, from the perspective of management and teams and how we perceive the world, the differences between then and now. In the original Star Wars series, I mean the original ones, the protagonist, the young Luke character, was an unknown. He was unknown to everybody, he was unknown to himself, and he learns skills from an older mentor. Then he becomes part of a team when meets up with the other crew members on the Millennium Falcon and then with Princess Leia. And finally they work together to solve their immediate problem, even though they have disagreements and arguments. And then finally, at the big climax of the scene, they go off to fight the Death Star. And Luke isn't even the most important person in this arrangement. He's playing a part, he's playing his role, he's supporting others. There's a team effort, there's a group of them go off to do it. There's the others back at base which are doing their part, monitoring and sending signals and so forth. So they work together to solve this problem, and he gets the opportunity to get off that last shot, the final shot, to actually destroy the Death Star. But even then, he still needs the assistance of the other people, and Han's coming in late in the piece to help him to do that. And at the end of the movie, they all celebrate as a group. In the new series of movies, the most recent ones, the protagonist is somehow special, always special from the start, and has these magic powers. They don't need a mentor. Somehow they manage to be able to do all these things without a mentor. And in fact, anyone else for that matter. They don't need anybody to be able to do anything. And at the end, it becomes a one-on-one battle between the protagonist and the evil emperor, who somehow has managed to come back from the dead from an earlier movie. And so we have this sort of superhero type figure who is able to defeat everything on her own without anybody's help. They're all sort of bystanders in the affair. And she ends the movie alone. The whole series ends with this woman alone. So what a stark difference between the original movie and the most recent movies. So what has changed in our culture over 30 years that somehow we feel that, you know, we've gone from being part of a team and we work as a team and we achieve as a team to suddenly, you know, I have magic powers and I can do everything myself. Perhaps it's because we're informed by 15 years of the iGeneration, the iPod, the iPhone, YouTube, these sorts of things. In the real world, it doesn't work that way. In the real world, things are achieved by people working together. In a team, we create a team with different skill sets, different knowledge, different experiences, and we bring those to the team. To contrast, or to keep on this sort of Star Wars motive, if you like, real space exploration, for example, is achieved by a lot of people, not just one, by a lot of people, bringing their unique skills to a team, and not by the superhero who can do anything they like by magic. And so I think it's important to understand that in our popular culture we've had this change over the 30-year period, but perhaps we need to revisit that earlier motif and look at how we can achieve as teams and bring our particular skills to that team. Thank you.
Welcome everyone, and welcome Mahesh Trivedi, STEAM Executive Strength and Life Coach. Well, Mahesh, can you tell us what makes STEAM Executive Strength and Life courses the best courses?
Peter, one thing is very important, that we all have dreams, and STEAM executive programs are really making your dreams manifested to a reality, and that is why realize your dreams is something very leading to the magical success. And in context of know yourself, to grow yourself, I think STEAM executive has got the unique program that you can't afford to miss out, you know.
And what would our students and participants achieve by undertaking a STEAM Executive Strength and Life course?
That is very interesting question, Peter, you asked. STEAM executive programs are coming with 5 fantastic outcomes. Number one, it makes you understanding that how your strengths in day-to-day life work together. Number two, you have a lot more greater clarity to a magical success. A lot of people wonder what is magical success, but that is something very special from STEAM programs. You become more aware of the power of the strengths you already have. You make a difference in the world using your unique gifts and talents. And most important, which all the students are looking forward, is we provide practical tools and resources.
And what would our participants miss out on if they didn't undertake one of our STEAM Executive Strength and Life courses?
I believe tough times might last, but tough people always prevail. So I would just consider that STEAM executive programs are designed in such a way that makes you confident mentally and stronger than your challenges. And that is something which we call a magical success that leads to a making life great.
Thank you, Mahesh. Now, if you have a dream and you want to find out more about STEAM Executive Strength and Life courses, you can log on to steamexecutive.com/register.
life is all about the choices we make. Once we choose to be healthy, we choose right food and exercise as part of daily physical activity. The same is true for other aspects of our life. When we choose to be happy, we see positive things in unpleasant moments. With awareness, the outcome of unpleasant moments teaches us a lesson to learn and move on further in our journey of life. Our perspective changes from take to give. We listen more than talk. We inspire others. We become compassionate to understand other people's circumstances. We offer help to others. We live our life for others. We see things not as they are, but as we are. Understand that nature gives everything to all, unconditionally, just like the sun gives light, the river gives water, flower gives fragrance, and the free air gives life to us as we breathe. Harmony means a middle path. With harmony, our thoughts, speech, and actions change in our life. Once we are aware with our own treasure, we start living a soulful life. When we take some time to reflect and visualize, we feel relaxed instead of being tensed. Our mind becomes calm. Now creativity is possible with a calm mind. In our state of mind, we feel aha moments when no confusion is present. When we feel ourselves as a spiritual being, we believe that everything happens for a reason for us to grow. As a spiritual being, we do not desire doing or having anything to compete with others. Life is for us to co-contribute and co-create our new world of happiness and cheerfulness. When we are born, our body is connected to the soul as a single entity. Without our notice, we start living without our soul. With true blessings, we live a soulful life. It is like living a life again with awareness. This is when we realize that there is someone who is much greater, who lives within us. Connect leads to oneness. Collaboration leads to friendship and love. Reflection leads to non-judgmental truth. Creation leads to action with accountability. Vision leads to a path with clarity. Celebration leads to freedom with joy. Giving leads to compassion. Growth leads to a life with abundance. Growing is natural. Growing means flowing. Growing is meaningful. Growing is purposeful. Growing means more awareness. Growing makes the journey worthwhile. Our journey is meant to be growing all the time.